what we've got here. Hi, everybody. I'm going to show you the board and show you the iPad. There we go. Now we got it. Welcome, welcome one and all. How you doing? How you doing? Just loading it up in the chat. We are starting fresh tonight with brand new decks. Used them just a couple of times this week, but I love them. And we're going to have 4 decks tonight. 4. So 1 for every single element. Water, fire, air, and earth. Then that way, each person has a completely different deck to see. So I'm pretty excited about this. All right. Hello to Renee. Hello to Princess. So glad that you are here. Let's give us a little bit of time on the clock here, just to give people a little minute to load in. And there we go. And I'm going to disappear. There we go. It's a very sacred, fated time that we are in. You know, this is the very last days of Libra season 2023. We have the South Karmic Node of Fate in alignment with Mercury and the South Node, the Sun, and Mercury all together, literally conjunct exact tomorrow into the weekend. So I'm just going to make sure that this space is good and smudged, and smudging all of your energies, smudging all the cards to the side here. This lovely smudge stick was handmade by the beautiful Amy Ulrich out of Washington. Thank you so much. We also are going to burn just a little bit of tobacco as we welcome in our spirit. In la shekemoha nai, inu nekiku kameshu nahai, inukokai mo shenahai. In love, reverence, and gratitude, we welcome you. Ooh, these energies are intense this week. That is for sure. All right. We'll come back to this chart and we will come back to the cards shortly. Hi there. If you're new, I'm Chanda Sparkles, intuitive evolutionary astrologer, galactic shamanic practices, along with sound therapies, as well as herbal essences and oils. We do all of the wonderful healings, but we do it through activation. It's very different than saying sound healing. It's sound activation. And this evening I have brought out this lovely Tibetan bowl. I can't remember which one it is right now. It's been a day. Then we have the fall Koshi chime that we'll use. And I also grabbed the wind chime, because Mercury is Kazemi the sun. And that means Mercury goes to the heart of the sun. This is a very unique Mercury Kazemi, and we are going to break all of that down for you tonight, as well as intuitively channel the cards. I'm not even kidding when I say, from the moment I got up yesterday and today, there's been lots of shifts, lots of changes. I'm hearing from people who are starting to purge, whether that be you're purging mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or all of the above. Just expect this to be probably the most intense couple of weeks of the year. October, I coined it Conquering October with such optimism at the beginning of this month, because that's what we're here for. This is astrology. It's a GPS to our life. It's not something that we put above source, God, creator. Had a couple of people come at me about that over the last couple of days. And I said, no. I said, our highest guidance is in control. Creator, source, God is in control. But we are the gods and goddesses. We are all but a spark, a God spark. Therefore, we have that ability to manifest our lives in such a way and understand the energy signatures as a map to our lives if you understand your birth chart. Don't forget, if you don't know your birth chart, go look it up real quick. We're going to do the cards here in a little bit, and all of the channeled card readings are based upon your birth chart for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, or ascendant. Rising is slang, okay? So be sure that you have your big three. We also like to do a little ritual here and there, and tonight I thought, because we are entering into the last days of Libra, the sun will enter Scorpio this coming next Monday. Mercury enters Scorpio literally 10 hours before the sun does on Sunday. And so I thought it'd be a good idea, because Scorpio is all about deep transformation, deep, dark shadow, releasing, purging, allowing all that does not serve to be transmuted, but honoring the light. Because this is a time of year when the light is not as present, but the veil is very thin. We're able to intuitively, I know if you're here, you're an intuitive just like me. I'm not special, you're just like me. But we're able to connect in with ancestors, galactic friends in parallel timelines. This is not anything new. We all have been doing this for some time, or it could be new to you, and maybe you're just awakening and you're just understanding that there is so much more that's going on in this world than maybe you were led to believe as you were young. Everybody has their own unique experience. Everyone is such a unique, beautiful, it's a unique soul. Okay? You are a unique aspect of your over soul. And the birth chart gives us an exact blueprint of your soul's aspect, incarnation goals. We can also look at the birth chart and say, okay, this is some kind of the energies that you might have dealt with in parallel or past lives. And this is the process that which you should be moving towards in this life. This is your soul goal. We do that in private sessions. I am only working part-time. I have my son that I'm taking care of now. So if you are on my waiting list, I am doing my best. You may get on the waiting list by emailing me, and all that information is below. Also, the moderators. Thank you to the moderators who are here, who are helping to support us here in the chat. We like to keep it divine, crystalline, clean, my darling. So thank you to them, and thank you to people who are loading in. I'm so glad. So now the first thing we're going to do tonight, and I'm going to say hi and acknowledge a few of you here in the chat. If I could get my mouse to work. Where is my mouse? There it is. Come on, baby. Princess Wheat, thank you for being here. Your soul needed this today. Mine too. I'm with you. First thing we're going to be doing is we're going to do what's called a prayer blessing or invocation, where we're going to cast out any negative, low vibing, sketchy ass energies that you may have picked up unknowingly, or that may be circulating through your property, or even attached to maybe some of your ancestry, you know, we often aren't living in that absolute now state because we have kids, we have life, we have work, we have everything that we have to do in order to survive this world. But sometimes we forget about our energy field. We forget, that we don't just wash the physical body, we need to wash the energetic body. And there's a plethora of ways to do that. But I feel like because we are in such extreme times, because this is a time of waning, even though, we are on the build from the new moon that we just had with that amazing solar eclipse, the energy was on point for purge. There was so much release there, so much more than you even probably realize, in order to be reborn again. I know I felt a big difference just within 24 hours after the apex of that solar eclipse that we had. And I feel like even though we're waxing because the moon was new, right? Solar eclipse is a new moon. And then 2 weeks later, you have a full lunar eclipse happening in Taurus. And I feel like there's still this wane energy of letting go, release, letting go, release. And when we get into this kind of a period anyway, it is all about the shady, the dark, the underhanded, the criminal. That is Scorpio. Scorpio is not always the easiest sign to deal with, but it also really depends upon their moon and their rising and, the whole makeup of the birth chart. You're so much more than just your sun sign. So it's a good practice to go ahead and start in on this blessing. I do appreciate all of you here. There's Serenity Star. She writes some beautiful downloads. If you guys want to go and follow her, she's just amazing. And there's Annette Chastain. And it's so nice that we're in the fall. Isn't it, my sister? I'm so happy that we can just really enjoy that there's a breeze. I live on Padre Island. If you're new, hey, by the way, if you're here, if you wouldn't mind, put in the comments where you're tapping in from. We are live on both YouTube and Facebook. There's Jody. Hi, so glad that you're here, hon. We have people in from Facebook groups as well, and I see more and more of you are loading up. See, there's a Facebook user. Thank you. Remember, most of the people are over in the YouTube. If you would like to pop over there, the link is below to come over to the live section of the video on YouTube. Plus, it helps me with the algorithm so that more people who resonate with this Sparkle Tribe that we've got going every single Tuesday night can find us, okay? All right, let's see who else is in here. There's my sister Sandy. Yes, hello, Sparkle Tribe. Ooh, and there's Donna. Hello, my darling. Okay, I see more and more. Let's get going on this. Firstly, if you wouldn't mind, just get yourself in a relaxed state. I hope you have your drink. I have my coconut water. Maybe you need a glass of tea. I'm very thirsty. I cannot get enough water. Since this eclipse, especially, I have found I'm breaking out, which often happens to me because I'm very sensitive. I have sensitive skin. And then also I've been feeling a bit of the tummy issues going on. The head pressure was pretty, it wasn't as bad. I don't get the head pressure as much anymore. I used to get it a lot, but I do have some really good remedies to that, which is peppermint oil and essential oil here on both temples. And in the very center of the back of your head at the top of the neck, you will feel a little lip at the base of the skull. It's called the moon center. That is your emotional moon reset. You want to just rub a little bit of oil on there, and you want to hold pressure for about 1 minute, and that'll help you with the head pressure. The electromagnetics of the energies of the electromagnetics have just been kind of like moderate. You know, we've had like a high C flare, I think, in the last 24 hours, but we haven't had anything major coming through. We did right before the eclipse, and there was a couple of flares, but we had a coronal mass ejection, which is a CME, that came into the planet, but it didn't. It was supposed to brush by, but I don't think that it made contact, because the last time I checked, we still were very low, like at KP1. KP2. So not much happening right there. I feel like this is such a, it's so interesting to me when we get into this kind of a stage of the year, because it always seems like it's time for stillness. It's time for us to really go within and honor all of the work that we have done this year, and be so very grateful that we've made it this far, and allow ourselves, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. I see you, Sanchia, out in New Zealand. And Aaron, hi Aaron, so good for you to be here too. You know, this is the time period when Persephone would always go to the underworld. And Mars, currently in astronomy, yes, I pay attention to the astronomy as well, is he is what we call going into the underworld, because he's not visible in the sky. He's gone invisible. In the ancients, like ancient Babylonians, when these planets disappear like that, the planet itself has gone still. And so, but yet we're still moving on the planet. We're still doing our thing, but it just kind of makes that planet more angry. It's an anger. It's a rage. It's an aggression. You have a lot of rage, aggression, and anger, and aggressive, like people being aggressive with these kinds of energies that we're dealing with moving forward. Even this, I'm sure you've probably felt it. I know I have, you know, and I only had to go out in the public a couple of times, but each time I did, as soon as I could get in the vehicle and started rolling, I could tell just by how people were driving that everybody's a little wound up. So let's see if we can calm some of that down. All right. So what this is called is an entity removal or extraction. And what I would like you to do is go ahead and just relax yourself and take 3 deep breaths with me. We're going to breathe in the light, breathe in to a count of 10, a nice deep breath. Here we go. And then push out the air. You want to really push out the air. When you breathe in, hold. And then push that air out. When you're breathing in the light, and you're pushing out the dark. You're pushing out, you can give it a color. I like to use dark purple. You can use whatever color you want. That is your anxiety, your shadows, your fears, all of those uncomfortable, you know, maybe somebody's been underhanded to you. Everything that you're carrying, you can breathe that away just through breath work, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this prayer for this entity removal. This is to clear your sacred space. It's also to clear your space, okay? So not only the property, but also, you know, you can set the intention right now, because we're connected here, you see. You can set the intention right now that you're clearing your vehicle, you're clearing your workspace, you're clearing whatever. We can clear the entire world, which is what I've already set my intention to when I was in meditation before I even started this show. So here we go. You should have that by now. Place your hand over your heart, your dominant hand, please, over your heart. And repeat after me. I will go slow enough so that you can say the words with me. Here we go. Great Spirit, with your support and blessing, I ask that any spirits in this place that are not here for the highest good of myself, and my loved ones be gently removed from this space. Send them back to their source, Great Spirit, and close any portals to my home or sacred space that have been left open without my awareness. In their place, please send angels and divine beings of light to gather and surround me, surround all of us. Let us feel your light, your love, and your peace always. Please dispense your blessings. Great Spirit, upon the spirits who must leave, may they find their way back to your loving white light of truth, back to your golden light of the universe, where they can be transformed and at last rest and be set free from their bondages. We ask that all negative entities, all shady, low vibing, sketchy ass shit be gone immediately. And we command and demand that in the power of the Creator. Amen. Aho. And so it is. In Lakesh. Namaste. Now you should immediately feel lighter. You should immediately know within your heart that they are grateful. Those negative energies that come around, they are just a projection of you. Remember, nothing is outside of you, although it often feels that way and we perceive it to be that way. But when we just do these simple practices, by simply holding our hands over our heart and blasting our light codes, you just blast your light codes all the way across the planet. Start with your city and then just keep moving those codes out, and then you feel lighter and they are grateful. Any energies that get stuck, any energies that really aren't of you, that need to go. Psychic attack is a real thing. We do reptilian brain removal. The reptilian brain removal, I honor Julie Severin out of Canada, the beautiful medicine woman, the wise wisdom teacher who taught me how to do this. And this is part of what I do with my clients. That's just a little blessing for us to step into this Scorpio season, knowing we are not going to hold fear in our hearts, and we're not going to hold judgment over other people, because that's another biggie at the end of Libra season. Always at the end of a sign's season, you're coming to accumulation. You're becoming whole in the learnings and the teachings of that sign. And Libra is about justice. It's all about your values. But we're going to be having quite a bit of South Node Libra for at least another about 15 months, because the South Karmic Node of Fate is there with the North Node in Aries. And the North Node is the direction that we want to go in. The North Node is I am that I am. This is also why you have a lot of people it's my way or the highway. This is how I want to do it. This is how I'm going to do it. This is all about me, because that's the Aries energy. Aggressive, the initiator that gets things going, gets things moving. Not being passive. Libra's more passive. Libra will sit back and really think about things. But all of us are being asked to really step up and take charge of ourselves for ourselves. The challenge will be throughout this period is to be able to do it in the nicest way that we can. And we've got lots of energies that are trying to fight that, you see. So, all right. Let's go ahead and keep it moving here. Yes, okay. I see Amy in from Lubbock. Hi, my darling. Thanks for being here. That was where I was born. I was born in Lubbock at St. Mary's Hospital. Thank you, Renee. Hello, Julie from Quebec. Thank you for being here. Drinking lots of water to Angela, who, by the way, if everyone, I'm just going to take one little minute. Everyone, please send love, light, and gratitude and healing and appreciation to Angela. I'm so honored. I'm so grateful. I'm almost going to cry. She came today, and she's going to be the one that's helping us. I'm calling her our angel assistant, Angela. She's going to be helping me, helping Landon, really more so helping him with a lot of things so that I can actually breathe and get back to work. All right. So such love. Thank you. All right. Hello, my beautiful sister. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's late for you over there. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so you went and got your birth chart. 3 out of 4 Aries, massively Aries. So you want to know your sun, your moon, and your rising. Okay, that's what we're going to be focused in on the cards. All right. How do I get to the YouTube channel? If you look in the description below, because most everybody's in the YouTube chat, but you can stay wherever. I mean, if you're comfortable, you just stay there. Yes, beautiful. She is an earth angel. She very much is. You can see that down below, my link. And then it'll take you to the YouTube, and then you just click on live, because there's a lot of different, like your community and all the different like videos. I'm not sure what it says, but it says live, and then you'll see me live. It should just pop right up. Oh, yes, me too. Me too. But I'm also still looking for one more, because I'm going to need to leave town. I can't just be chained to the house. I have work to do. So I'm also looking because, to make it easier on Angela, to where if like she can't do something, maybe I have another. So I'm still, open and staying open to all beautiful possibilities to allow me to get back to work, because I've really lost a lot this year. That's okay. He's alive. All right. Okay. Yes, Terry, I hope that you can find it, dear. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, before we read the inside degrees to Pluto, there's a couple of points I wanted to make out. Oh, here. This is one of my favorite books by Ren Butler. It's called The Archetypal Universe. It's a really detailed, beautiful book that he did, and I love it. I get a lot of wisdom from this book, and I started pulling it out again recently, and I've got some marks here. But I just wanted to read a couple of things to you about Mercury and the sun when they come together. Let's see, where did it go? Okay, that's not the one. Hold on, wrong bookmark. There it is. That's not it. Where'd it go? Oh no, I was going to talk to you about Mercury and Pluto. That's right. The chart threw me. We're going to start with the Mercury Cazimi, but the Mercury-Pluto energy is why. Because Pluto, first of all, rules Scorpio. So anytime the sun moves into Scorpio, we're looking at that planet's ruler, okay? So it's very important. And Pluto is at the United States return degree. He's currently retrograde, but he is going to go forward. I believe it's the end of November. So, or it might be beginning. No, that's Saturn. Anyway, Mercury and Pluto are going to be squaring off this week, and that's why we're feeling a lot of this strain. While Mercury is cazimi to the Sun, in the heart of the Sun, and those two connected to the South Karmic Node of Fate. So Pluto is going to be playing into a lot of these energies with the eclipse coming up. Pluto is literally still going to be at this same degree point until November 1st, when he finally moves over 1 degree. Slow moving. Just turned direct. My bad. He's already gone direct. I knew that. I don't know why I said that. Scratch that. Erase, spirit. Erase. Anyway, so he's moving slowly, though. He's not, it takes time because he's so far out there. But anyway, just real quick, something about Mercury and Pluto. This is about a passionate and probing mind, deep insight into emotional causes and motivations, an interest in criminology or a depth of psychology, a gift for persuasive communication, mental struggles and obsessions, fear of one's own dark shadows, dark thoughts, harmful and destructive communications, aggressive dogmas and beliefs, crude speech. Okay? This is like a probing mind, and it's a lot about like having that potential to try to overtake somebody else's will. We're going to see there is some serious orbs flying around me, and I'm starting to really get lit up. And I'm talking about the shadow, so it's coming in from this side. By the way, if you're new, shadow energies come this way, and on the other side is my light energies. This is about the underbelly of the shadow coming out through our mind and our thoughts and our communications, especially when it's something we're having to do in order to release and upgrade ourselves. The moon is going to cross over Pluto this weekend in Capricorn, where it's serious business. Right now the moon is in Sag, so it feels a little bit lighter, and maybe you've had a little bit of more optimism going on throughout your beliefs of this, but there's all these other really challenging energies right now that we're just gonna have to get through, because in order to upgrade, up level our systems, our 4 body systems, mental body, emotional body, spiritual body, physical body, we have to go through these things. But anyway, I want to tell you just a little bit about the moon and Pluto coming together and the energy there. Emotional intensity, deep and passionate feelings, powerful catharsis of repressing energies and emotions, renewal and regeneration in one's home life, kindness during times of crisis. This weekend is like an action crisis consciousness. And before that, it's just like a consciousness crisis this week. Extreme emotional reactions, dark and obsessive feelings, a tendency to brood and smolder, a challenging outburst in one's home and family. And the reason it keeps bringing up the one's home and family is because the moon rules Cancer, the opposite sign of Scorpio. I'm sorry, the opposite sign of Capricorn, where Pluto and the moon are going to come together. This is a really powerful dynamics. This is a lot. This is a lot going on. And that's happening this weekend. So real quick, This is my calendar where I write down all my little notes. So we're going to just go over this week real quick. Hands down, the whole week this week and next week and probably into November. This is going to be fated energy. We are in fated times because of the north and the south karmic node of fate being in a T-square to Pluto. It's been there. It's going to still be there for some time. When Pluto moves finally on November 1st to the next degree in Capricorn, it'll start to slowly ease out of that. But it's been happening all year, but it's really getting intense now because we have all of these planets coming and hitting the point in Libra that squares, and a square in astrology is challenging. It's something that you have to do. It pushes you in a direction, and oftentimes it's not easy. It's something you have to overcome. So I put, because today currently the moon is in Sagittarius. It moved into Sag at 3:36 Eastern. And the moon is currently in quincunx. And we have multiple quincunxes this week. And a quincunx is about feeling awkward, having to do things that you don't feel comfortable with, having to, like I think I said, it put Buddha and a redneck cowboy in a studio and make them both create an opera song. And they have no choice but to do it. They've got to make it work. That's what a quincunx energy feels like. This is sudden. And starting tomorrow, we're going to have the South Node and the Sun coming together. You know, and we don't have the Cassimi to Mercury until the end of the week on Friday. But it's close enough to where it's already activating. And Mercury's how we think, how we talk, how we communicate, travel. It's short trips. It's your car. You know, it has to do with a lot of, like, if you're in school or if you're going to the local community college or something like that, or you're learning something, you know, maybe you're taking online courses or whatever. Maybe you're involved in Zoom classes. All of that stuff is being affected. And you're probably finding that you're having blocks or challenges around these things. This is tomorrow. I put religious and spiritual challenges in your relationship. This is also religious dogma. A lot of religion, you know, all the uprisings and everything that's going on in the world. That's going to continue. Beliefs are going to clash, I put tomorrow. But your desires are going to feel limited. It's like everybody's going to be like, I really want to do this, but I can't, kind of thing. We're going to be on the defense, but there's going to be like this serious, calm, and steady feel tomorrow whenever the moon will enter Capricorn at 8:55 Central, 9:55 p.m. Eastern. You have to do for your time, but once that moon enters Capricorn, we're going to be dealing with the Cazimi coming into play. That's Mercury, Cazimi, the Sun, with the South Node in a square to Pluto. This is the dark side, power struggles, big time, belief systems shattered. This is called crisis in action. Into the weekend, all day Friday, especially Friday because Mercury is going to be squaring that Pluto exact. But it will apex and come together exact on Friday night. And then Saturday, major travel issues. Don't go anywhere Saturday if you can. But if you have to and you've already got something planned, be uber on the alert. Be uber watching. You know, pay attention. We have a lot of obsessions. And I put underhanded projecting. And be careful that you're not the one that's projecting. You know? You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Obsessions. And I also put powerful, though, because this is the moon and Pluto coming together late night on Saturday night. And with all of these other energies and everything else, it's extreme. It's really extreme. But it's really good for transformation. It's excellent for doing anything metaphysical, anything esoteric. If you're wanting to bring realness and like do some serious alchemy, do it this weekend. Really good time for that. Any kind of rituals, it's connecting with your spirit, astral travel, out of body, do all of that work. Because when the moon and Pluto are together, that's when it's time to do it. Just be very cautious in the fact that you must make sure you're protected, which you know you are if you're in the light and you are of the creator, right? But I would always take a little extra, like, I promise you, especially, I don't do ritual. Okay, this will give you a little, I don't do ritual as much throughout the summer, the summer months and in the spring, but I always start to do ritual when fall is coming. It's not like I'm not always, I still do it here and there throughout the summer and the spring, but and I always do it on the Sabbath, but I'm really on it every single day when I'm into these months, because I know from experience, this is when you get most of your attacks. This is when you get most of the people that are going to be doing underhanded, shady shit. And I ain't playing with that stuff. Staying in the light, honoring the shadow. And honoring the shadow that's in them, to know that, whatever comes up before me is me. It's me. I'm the only one here. You're the only one here. And we're all one. And we pull these things up to happen in our lives, and they feel really fucking real. But it's still you. I am a construct of you. You're hearing me because you pulled me up and you want to hear what I got to say, because it's you saying it to you. And that's how I tap in. When I go psychic, before I get in here, that's how I tap into y'all. Anyway, woo, okay, thank you. Oh, okay. Sunday, stabilization. Sunday is all about stabilization. We have Venus in a trine to Jupiter. Venus is in Virgo. Venus doesn't like to be in Virgo, so she's not performing. Venus is your wealth, your money, your relationships, your love, your beauty, your values, your stability, and your senses. Okay? And when it's trine to Jupiter, it really should be a pretty good thing. But not so much on this time. Not so much on this time, because Jupiter's still retrograde. And until Jupiter goes forward, it's just kind of flat. Like, Jupiter is the one that brings the abundance and brings the gifts and brings it. Everything lands, and it's like, it happened so fucking perfectly. Yay. Until he goes forward, we aren't going to feel all that shit. We're going to be like having issues, especially around anything to do with food and agriculture. Hasn't food just gone to hell? It just has. You have to really look for good produce. You have to look, it's just hard. And all food is expensive. And when you buy crappy food, it's still expensive. I had a thought, when was it? Today or yesterday? I had a thought. I was like, well, maybe, because I haven't been wanting to eat anything. Like, I've had very little appetite. And I don't eat unless I'm hungry. And I thought, well, maybe it's because, my highest self knows. All of my highest selves. They know that there's not that much great stuff out there to have right now. And I don't need it, because I'm taking on more of my light body. Just a thought, The stabilization on Sunday as Mercury trines Saturn. You may get some good news on Sunday going into Monday about all the horse shit that you had to deal with this week, okay? And then on Monday, we will see more social conflict on the rise. Stock markets may be wonky, because Mercury enters Scorpio on the 22nd, Master Day, the 22nd. The universe and the cosmos can't make this shit up. It's so perfect. Mercury comes into Scorpio. The deep, dark, transformational, death, underworld, swampy waters of Scorpio. And 10 hours later, the sun enters Scorpio. You know, and it's a fixed water sign. This is like solid. Okay? And so we're going to have some resources and some stock extremes. I put a new controlling head is in power. Maybe we'll have a new leader in power. Maybe we'll hear about new. I promise you. Because when you start talking about Scorpio, you also have to look at Taurus. Because always look to the opposite sign because they are the same. They're just two sides to the same coin. It's like a quarter. Two sides very different. But we will feel like with that moon in Capricorn square to Uranus, there's going to be some extremes. Uranus is over in Taurus and has been for about 4 years now. And when you're dealing with planets that are in retrograde, shaking things up from the inside out is how I would put that. So that's the week ahead. I wouldn't really, like, seriously, if you can avoid people on Friday and Saturday, I would. And I would dive into your metaphysics and esoterics and do a craft or something like that. But like me, I can't avoid people because I have this person living with me. And like, even when I try to just like be, okay, I'm just going to like be in my own little space. I'm going to do my own little thing. It never fucking works that way. There's always some kind of shift or there's some kind of change. And so, you know what? I told the pool guy, I was talking to him and I said, you know what? I said, we have to learn to be more. I said, every day from hour to hour, I'm telling myself how proud of myself I am that I'm able to be so flexible, that I'm able to be so mutable when I used to not be. I used to be so fixed and I wanted it my way, and I'd get upset, I'd get angry, you know, and then I'd be angry at myself for getting upset. So it's not a good idea. So we're just going to look at this chart real quick, just so you know, this is the day that Mercury and the sun go kazemi, and it's very unique because if you can see right here, all of this, okay, that is Libra, the house of Libra, where the sun is at currently, okay, at 26 degrees. The sun is the orange one. This is the south node, and this is Mercury, and this, my friend, is Mars that is currently in Scorpio. Very soon, by next week, we'll have Mars, Mercury, and the sun in Scorpio. So all these planets are about to shift. But right now, with the south karmic node of fate, I cannot tell you how important this is. The south karmic node of fate is what the collective consciousness, the entire world, is learning to release, let go, purge, move away from, learn lessons from, all of that, okay? It's the past. The north node up here with Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, is all about what we're moving towards, how we're learning to cultivate. We are going to go in this direction. This is the future. This is how we do. And this happens every 18 months. They shift. Every 18 months they shift. And right now we're in the first sign of the zodiac. One is Aries, and the seventh sign of the zodiac, Libra. So with Chiron being involved, Chiron is our deep wounds. It's how we must learn to heal ourselves. Chiron doesn't deal with healing like someone else coming and healing you. Chiron knows he's got to do it himself, and he's the reject. He's the outcast. You know, they weren't nice to him. There's a whole story on it. Look it up. It's an amazing story. I don't have time to tell it right now. Anyway, you can see that these are opposite of each other. All right. Now, where's Pluto? Pluto's over here in Capricorn. Pluto has been in Capricorn for 20 years. Okay? He will move out of Capricorn next year to go into Aquarius for final. Like, he is going to slightly, just for like, I think it's 2 months, dip his little itty bitty toe, just like, and he's not even going to go like more than 29 degrees and then bloop, right back in. But he's heading into Aquarius in January. Okay? He's heading that way. Thank God. Because this has been around, this is why the world has changed so much. This is why we have all these world powers and these wars and governments and everything that's changing and shifting and moving, because that's all about Capricorn. It's what you do out in the world, and it's how you show up within your power. It's all about it. It's world leaders. Okay? It's the elites. It's earth sign that's cardinal, that has to initiate. Cardinal signs must initiate. Okay? If you're cardinal and you're not initiating, you often feel depleted. A lot of time cardinal signs have challenge because maybe they have a cardinal sun sign, but then they got this really heavy, like, fixed moon sign. Like me, I'm fixed sun and rising and Mars. But my moon is in Aries, thank goodness, that pushes me to continue to initiate, to continue to move forward. I promise you, if I didn't have that Aries moon, I wouldn't be doing this. I would not be doing this. Anyway, here we go. I digress. Pluto, deep dark, Lord of the underworld, is going to square all of that. Okay? And these planets, you can see Black Moon Lilith heading this way. Venus, right here, Venus and Black Moon Lilith heading this way. They're all going into Libra, that direction. Okay? So, over here, we have Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus, trining to Black Moon Lilith and Venus. Trines are harmonious, so that's actually quite positive, but the problem is Virgo's going to get a little bit. Venus in Virgo is like, you must serve me. Why aren't you serving me, bitch? You got to serve me. Or you feel like you have to serve others, you know? And Venus doesn't like it. She just doesn't feel as at home and voluptuous and loving and all of that, you know? She's just not happy there. But she's almost home to Libra. And when she gets home to Libra, things will feel a lot better with our values, our money, our beauty, and our abundance. We'll feel better in our skin. It'll help and assist that Black Moon Lilith, which is Kali, the goddess Kali energy. Standing up for fighting for truth, fighting for justice. But Kali often brings up, Black Moon Lilith brings up our fear, our deepest fear. Like our fears from our childhood or fears from past lives. Fears that happen way, 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 you know? So, yeah. Anyway, as you can see, with this Cazimi happening with the moon, just stepped at 2 degrees, right there, just stepped into Capricorn. Early degrees is all about the self. You know, 0 to 9 is all about the self. That's the first decan. There's 3 decans in each. So what that tells me, when it's sextile is a positive aspect, yay, over to Saturn, he's at 0 degrees. Okay, so when the moon comes up and sextiles exactly, you are being asked to emotionally surrender to something within your faith, within your spirit, something that your spirit is seriously asking you and has been asking you for a long time to do and to create and make it real. Saturn is embodying the spirit, embodying the highest self. Saturn is all about, how can we make this real? How can we make God real and show up in the world for all of us? How do we make this a utopian society for our children's children to come? Because that's the goal, and that's why we're here, starseeds, right? So know that when Neptune is also in Pisces, the ruler of Pisces, he's quincunxing in this yod. You can see it. It's a wide yod, but it's still a yod. Over to Black Moon Lilith, and this whole thing going on with the sun, Cazimi Mercury. That's still, again, this could be crosses, because when you're talking about Pisces and Virgo, that is the crosses axis. Spiritual crosses and real crosses. Virgo is when it gets real. Earth is when things show up and they manifest in our life. Pisces is about spirit, higher consciousness, but it's also about dreams and visions. So where is your, God is saying, where is your dream? Where is your vision? And how are you going to make that manifest? Because sextile, the thing about the sextile between Saturn and the moon, I would definitely be ready to go. I'd be ready to go with what my dream and my vision is, and be taking an action step towards it on Friday evening into Saturday. Because that's the thing, is you have to take action in order to receive. And it could be even the smallest action step. It could be, okay, I have a dream of having a website. Like, I've been trying to have a website for 2 years. I just found out yesterday the person that I've already paid $1,000 to that's going to build this incredible website that was only half down, right? That, like, he can't do it. But I'm not holding him in contempt, or I'm not upset with him about it, because I was the one that had to put it on hold. We had started working on it way back, and then all of these energies came in and all this stuff started going on with my son, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to go into that right now. I need to refocus and do some other things and just keep doing it the way I've always done it. Very fixed energy, the tried and true, and that's what we're releasing from. We have to learn to not do it. We cannot continue to do it the way we've always done it. That time has run out, and I promise you, by the time that Pluto enters Aquarius, right there, Aquarius, that is completely when we need to be ready with our shit together, because this is preparation time. And still being flexible and realizing that you are being redirected, my loves. We all are. We're being redirected on purpose. And sometimes it's going to show up underhanded. People are going to just be that way right now. It's just a swirling. It looks like this to me when I tap into this aggressive swirling energy. It looks like, you know how you have the DNA, right? The little swirly. Well, that's also how we go through the universe, right? That's how we travel. It looks like that, but it has teeth. It has teeth all over it. And the teeth are like, and it's just like, we need to pull those teeth. Why do we have teeth swirling on us in this universe? I don't know. I have a very vivid imagination because I have Neptune in the first house in Sagittarius. And my Mercury is there too. So anyway, I just wanted y'all to understand these energies are no joke. They are not kidding. We also have Saturn, thank goodness, trining down to the Cazimi. Mercury, the way we think, we could have these amazing epiphanies as well. These aha moments. Problem with that is your aha moment may not be received, may not be perceived and accepted by others the way you are seeing it. And that's not any bullshit. And that's not, it's more like it's just literal. It just is. It's like, I see it this way. How can you not see it this way? You should see it this way. Well, I don't see it that way. Like, literally, I don't, because I'm in another dimension than you are. Oh, it's so much fun. Oh, one last thing. I want you to pay attention at the top right there. When this is happening on Friday, by the way. In my time, it's going to be 12:38 a.m. So early morning Friday, and then we'll deal with that Cazimi. We'll be feeling this now up until Friday. We're really feeling it as it's coming through, honestly, all into the weekend. You're feeling all of this faded stuff for the next 2 weeks, absolutely for sure. And then we have the angry eclipse coming up. That's what I'm calling it. It's the angry eclipse. Yeah, the eclipse is an angry eclipse. It's an angry one. Just be in the know of it, and you'll be all right. At the top here, you'll see this is every single Friday is Jupiter's day. It's the day to magnify. Jupiter magnifies, he grows. Okay? So all the energies that's happening on that day with that Cazimi and Pluto squaring that Cazimi that's with the South Karmic node of fate in Libra is going to magnify. That's why I said, maybe just chill out on Friday and Saturday, you know, unless you're just a rebel like Uranus, go on out there and deal with the people. It's also happening in the hour of Venus. Love, relationships, how we magnify things to ourselves. That's all going to be coming into play. So I hope you enjoyed this part. Let's move on and say hello to some people here in the chat and get ready for the cards. We're doing cards tonight, and I have 4 different tarot decks so that we can move this a little quicker. So it's maybe, hopefully it's not 2.5 hours. Maybe I can get it at 2 hours tonight. But I just enjoy being here, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Princess says she's been caring for her mom. Yeah, a lot of people are having to care for loved ones, and it's putting them kind of in a strain. I know Kat, too, and I have 2 others that I know are also that way. So thirsty. Excuse me. I have to remember to drink water. My mouth gets really dry, but I'm a channel, so it just keeps coming through. All right. Let's clear. And I've got my rings on, so I'm going to try to balance this bowl. I have a beautiful turquoise Andara in this bowl. And this bowl, I believe, is the sea bowl, but it's covered with the Andara right now. I just intuitively allow myself to be guided to choose what stones and what bowls and what instruments we're going to bring in that are needed. Shikia mohane he nai. Unna me keshe hai. Une na monai. Bathing yourself in sparkles. Bathing yourself in the beautiful light of that which is you. Knowing that you are always protected. You are always guided, and you trust in everything that is presented to you by you. Letting the little pixie dust sparkles. Oh, I feel that fairies are here tonight. They haven't been here in a while. They got the Fae in guiding somebody. They must be here for the lighthouse with Nicole. Yes, that's what you're telling me. Oh, yes. All right. Which sign are we starting with tonight? Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hi, Tracy. Thanks for popping in. Hi, Nancy. How are you? And hello to the groups. Thanks to the groups, by the way, for letting me come in and do my thing. Fire signs are up first. Fantastic. Did I forget something? I did. The inside degrees. Okay. Really quick, I'm going to read this inside degree. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to read it for time purposes, but I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can take a screenshot of it right now. Or I think I did post it, but I'm not sure if I posted it on YouTube or not. I'd have to double check. But I'm not going to read it just for time because I'm getting into the flow here already. So fire signs are first, but I am going to put this on the screen so that you see the degree point. Where is it? Well, that's very odd because I know I put it up here. Oh, there it is. For Pluto. So this is Pluto at 28 degrees of Capricorn, an architect carefully surveying old ruins. And the reason I chose 28 degrees of Capricorn is because that's where Pluto is at, okay? He's at like 27 and 59 degrees, I think is what it is. Let me make sure I'm correct because I am anal about stuff like that. 27 and 54 degrees. Oh, my bad. I was off a little. But yeah. This is it. This is the Inside Degrees book, okay? Oh, there you go. Can you see it? In case you want to take a picture. These are the Chandra symbols. And they tell you how that energy is going to work like an umbrella. And they ask you to go deeper and to really become your own philosopher with these. And remember, like certain things are going to spark you from these degree points and you're going to remember later, you know. But basically, I love how it says, what is to be seen is the outer skeleton of things. What is to be known is the inner essence of things, okay? Like being that architect, really digging and excavating, knowing that there is something deeper going on here. All right. So I'm sure you've gotten it by now, but I'm going to move right along so we can get these readings going. All right. And first tonight I got to move everything off the board. Ha! Oopsie. Okay, thank you for the time, Renee. Here we go with the readings. And fire is first. Making sure I've got everything up here like I need it. Okay, very good. I have no idea what that song is, but it's coming through. Interesting. I have really no idea. Hey, Kelly. Hi there. Thanks for being here. I see you there in the chat. Remember, you guys, I'm on Facebook and YouTube, so you're all coming in on one chat. I know there is a way that I can throw all of you guys up on the screen with me. I've got to research that. I'll get right on that. Okay, here we go. We got the board. We are playing tonight with the Tarot Illuminati, as well as the Modern Spellcasters Tarot. And I've got my lavender salt here. Just going to set that to the side because I am going to sprinkle the board with it tonight. All the cards have been smudged, blessed, and set in the sun for clearing. They've also been meditated over in my 7-foot Russian pyramid over here in order to give me the exact readings for you. And all of these readings are timeless. So anytime that you watch this, this is for you, whether you're watching now live or if you're on the replay and you're a time traveler. Yay. I definitely brought out my Scorpion and my Scorpion Eagle. You know, Scorpio sign is the one sign that has multiple totems. There's many totems, and the eagle is the highest ascended Scorpio, the mastered Scorpio. It's where I'm headed. And then I wanted to show this. This is so beautiful. Look at this. So my dad gave me about, I don't know, 12 or 15 stones down there. I haven't really showed them off yet. But see these here, this is a very old fossil. Isn't it cool? See, I also collect fossils. I have lots of fossils in there. And I just love how that druzy looks. Look at this, so beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And so this is very scorpionic. Scorpio is all about going beneath the surface, excavating, finding the truth in things. And with Pluto being in Capricorn, it's becoming real. It's becoming manifest. So, you know, all of this stuff, you know, when you're flipping a planet, it doesn't always happen in the nicest way, I guess. Modern Spellcasters Tarot, Tarot Illuminati. Oh, get on with it. The Book of Shadows Tarot is a brand new deck, and the Cosmic Tribe is also a brand new deck. I've played with them, of course, before, but it's interesting. There's two decks, okay? So we're playing with, what I did is I took the major arcana of the shadow deck, and I pulled that out as an additional, like, oracle for everybody. But we'll play with the, because it's the As Above deck or the As Below deck. We're playing with As Above a deck tonight. And then we have the oracles. For some reason, this was really calling a name. I guess it's because we're in Libra season, and Libra's all about love and relationships. So pulling out an old deck there, and then we'll find out what crystal will be good for each element moving forward for the rest of the month. I'm going to call that out now. There we go. Let's move this over. I'm going to put this one here. And we're going to start out with the Tarot Illuminati. For the fire signs, I'm going to just give in a counterclockwise direction a little sprinkle. 3, 2, 1, and a kushinka metai. Kushikukunga na na buka kino shunka. Kushikamuka kahana hun. Unda makeshe. Enona ne kushikamute ke hauna. Arenda ni mukai shinkuku he. Yanuna te mehenai. Onere seroku bin. Ne gori shikakura marakina ku. Akikirumba kakai. No, Keisha boy. Yeah, that's so funny. That's funny. Okay, I'm very high. I'm in and out. Here we go. Getting lots of tingles, so we're ready. So thirsty. I don't even know if this is going to be enough coconut water for tonight. Probably should have got another thing. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. What are the messages for this week for Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, please? Don't move. Don't move. Don't move what? Don't move too fast. Stay at a pace that others can keep up. The world and strength. To kick off this wonderful fire sign read, major life event, major arcana, the world and strength. I'm going to zoom it in for you guys. I know, I hear you. Oh, wrong one. Hello. Woo. Close up. Hey, hold on. Hey. What's going on here? There we go. Now, let me switch cameras. And here we go with the fire sign read. It's a little bit bright. I'm going to brighten that. I'm going to bring that brightness down so you can see those images a little clearer. You might have noticed I kind of kept it a little darker in here tonight. I was feeling a dark vibe. So, all right, here we go. I can even zoom that in even further. There we go. Something has ended and you are victorious. It has not been easy, but it's completely fixed. Like this, you can see all the fixed signs. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. They're all represented in the world. And this is the last card of the tarot, okay? So this is endings. This is victorious endings, closure. But your challenge is to continue to have that strength and to be able to really project that out upon others. Like you just holding your strength. See, she tames the beast. She doesn't even have to do anything really. She just does it with the essence of who she is. After this ending, you're going to need a lot of strength. Cards are popping. Whoa, okay. Oh, no, just these. The Sun card. Major life event, major arcana, the Sun for you fire signs. Wow. And 6 of Wands. What an amazing, beautiful, awesome reading. That is 1, 2, 3 major arcanas in a row for the fire signs. And then we also have coming in from outside of you the 6 of Wands. If you have a Sun yourself, this could have to do with him. 30% of you. This is a victory that came at a very high cost. You know, this is a victory that came at a very high cost. You're very helpful to other people. You've been doing your very best to be helpful, but you knew something had to come to an end, and it took a lot of strength for you and someone else. But everybody is giving you accolades. They're all watching what's going on with you. And you have another major life event, major arcana, the Lovers. Now, the Lovers isn't always about like lovers and relationships. It's also about duality. You can see you have one side of this card is completely burnt out and the other side of the card is blossoming. You have Adam and Eve here depicted, and Archangel Gabriel, or I like to say it's Metatron, is overseeing this, you know, and he is completely lit up. You see his hair is going straight up, ascending to God. This Prince of Swords here, I'm going to move this up a little bit because I know that I'm going to end up not getting there. Okay, there we go. The Prince of Swords here, this is someone who really pays attention and watches, and they're younger. They could be in their 20s, you know. even young. But the Prince of Swords often is coming in very strong, very fast with communication. It's hearing news about something. You know, people are talking about you. They're watching you. They're paying attention. And you have this victory after a very hard, challenging, you know, it's an ending. It's a closure. It's, you know, having, and I think, what did they say at the beginning? Something, oh, don't move yet. And I'm getting a lot of chills on that on my night side, which is my shadow side. They say that, you know, the challenge here for you moving forward is to understand that there are people watching you, and there are people that are jealous a little bit because you've had some success here. You've had this victory and closure. Don't allow the duality of the shadow dances to come in and live rent free in your mind. This is a mental card. It's going to take inner strength, this position that you put yourself in. But hey, you've got the best card in the tarot. You have the sun here, okay? So lean on your success, but be careful not to project and maybe even gloat, okay? Yeah, because on the bottom of the deck, you have Judgment. Holy cow. I think that that is the most major arcana cards I have had in a reading in a very long time. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas with the Judgment. Judgment is Scorpio energy. The World is also Scorpio, but it can be all of the fixed signs. The Sun is Leo energy, and this is fixed Leo energy as well. And then the Lovers is Gemini energy. If that has to do with somebody, you know, maybe that has to do with somebody you're dealing with. This other person or this younger person or your son for some people. It could even be somebody that, you know, is maybe not your son, but you treat them as your son. You know, it could be somebody that you see as a son. This Judgment card says, overall, there's a second chance being given here. And I feel like with you, you know that that chapter is completely closed, and that a lot of people are really acknowledging this, but a lot of people are also just like falling away. I mean, they're going to have to fall away because you don't want to be stuck in a dualistic bullshit relationship with people that don't want to see you shine, you know? People watching, people spying, because look at you. This is coming in from outside of you. There are people around that are going, good job, fire sign. Way to go. You've really overcome some shit. But you're getting a second chance because you took that rest. See that? That came before this. You took the rest that was needed. This is laying down, meditating, thinking after a very hard, difficult, challenging battle. He has to come into the church and rest. But you see, he hangs up his 3 swords, which the 3 of Swords is the heartbreak card. Okay, they're telling me to look again. King of Swords. Yeah. This is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini energy. This is having it all together intellectually. It's genius energy. You know, somebody might have come through and, you know, helped you to understand some things on a higher level so that you could figure things out. Then you took the rest. Therefore, now you're getting a second chance with all of this. Awesome. Now, everyone tonight is going to receive one major life event, major arcana, like you need another one. Hello. But everyone is going to receive one of the Book of Shadows, major life event, major arcana cards. This is kind of an added little bonus, okay? Here it comes. Now, this is your shadow card. It says embolic. So, you know, that's a Sabbath. That's one of the Sabbaths. These shadow cards often represent one of the, and then it has, look, it also has Lithia, another shadow, Lithia for the summer, and then the embolic is the winter. So interesting. I'm just learning these. Like I said, I just got these cards, so I think they're so. Wow, I'm gonna look it over here. She is lit up for the winter, and you can see the purple hues there that are like in the background, telling me that she's going to ignite what is needed. But you can see she's the temperance card, because she's able to alchemize the water into the fire. You know, this is about tempering yourself, being the alchemist, being able to walk in two worlds. Just because you're lit up, and and when I say lit up, I mean, you're incredibly intuitive. You see the world differently than a lot of these people that are watching and paying attention. But you have the ability to walk in two worlds. So remind yourself of that as you move forward on this wonderful journey that you're on with this beautiful, you have a really beautiful reading. Very proud, very happy to do this reading for you, fire signs. There's some challenges there, but okay, we're going to get your crystal card. There it is. Lepidolite. And that's a number 32, which is a 5. Go ahead and look and zoom in on that lepidolite. Take a picture of it, because there's always spirit inside of crystals. So we always have crystals. So they're telling me to show you this one. I have a bunch of crystals up here. There won't one flying across the room. So here is an Andorra. I don't know how well you can see it under this camera. But there's always, look at that. There's always crystal spirits inside of crystals. Especially like when you hold them up and you look through. You see some of the most amazing things when you hold them to the sun or hold them to a light. I like this one because it looks like a little bird. Like it's a little pink bird. Anyway, there you go. Lepidolite. That is, go and look that up, because we're not going to read them tonight, because we're going to stay on track. We're not going to read what it means. But lepidolite, I get a feeling of calming, of peace. I feel like that is something that you need, because you've kind of been going and going. But do look up lepidolite and find out exactly what the healing purposes is. We also are going to pull, there it is, finances and career. Oh, 2 more fell out for you. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Ask for and accept support from others. Let your friends help you. So that's the other thing. You have to allow your friends to assist. I feel like this is something that they could definitely. And then also for 20-30% of you, there's an unrequited love here. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, it says. So you can express yourself and to make that romantic gesture. But remember, if it's not felt on both sides, then it's not worth going for it. Lean on your friends. And really, after this victory that you've had, watch out for your finances. You may be giving out too much to someone else, and you need to pull back a little bit on it, I feel like. You're getting a second chance here, but you have to learn balance. So you have a balance card here, and you have a balance card here about duality. Alchemize that shit. Don't get stuck in one or the other. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, then. Thank you very much to the fire signs. We're going to move on to the next element. Give these ones a little shuffle. And That one's been played. That's the other thing. Everybody gets a unique shadow card because the ones that have been played, I'm taking out. They're very specific to me on that tonight. Okay. Thank you. I love you, fire signs. Really good read. Don't forget, even though you've had victory, even though you've had closure, you've got to pull on that inner strength in order for you to feel as though, you know, like, see, like, really look at her. This is found within. She's had lots of problems, lots of troubles. It took her a long time to get to this. I also like how the infinity up here is ignited and it almost has like a tail. Like scorpion tail. Interesting. There's your sun card. Number 1 card in the deck, and you got it, fire signs. Congratulations on that. All right, moving right along. Now we're going to play with the, is this the, yeah, this is the Cosmic Tarot, or the Cosmic Tribe Tarot. Excuse me, this is that new deck. This is the new deck, Cosmic Tribe Tarot. I really think this one's going to be interesting, and it's going to ignite. There's a lot of code in this. I'm excited about this one. Okay. Clear. Thank you, Renee. Water signs are up next, Renee says. Y'all are so fun to watch. I love watching you guys in here. Kelly, that's absolutely fine. Thank you for being here. I know you're always on the go, girlfriend. That's awesome. You always got somewhere to go. Okay, water signs. Scorpio, it's almost your season. Pisces and Cancer. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Let's go. Getting lots of tingles on the light side here. There's a grandmother spirit here for somebody. She's very small. She's very tiny. Little tiny woman. She has short silver hair. She wore glasses and she wore dresses. She's wearing a pink dress. It's a light colored pink. Looks like it has some kind of a, I don't know, like a ruffle or something. And she has some kind of a jewel. She's wearing the same thing she had when you put her in the ground. And we have the Star. Major Life Event, Major Arcana card. The Star came out in packs. Princess of Cups. And the Prince of... Wow. Okay. So we have the Star. This is the ultimate wish fulfillment card. It's also staying in faith. Staying true to who you are. You know, this grandmother spirit believed in you more than you believe in you. And she wants to remind you that you were her dear baby and that she loves you so much. And these things that you're going through right now, she says she wants you to remember to dance. And why haven't you danced? The Princess of Cups and the Prince of Cups here. You know, these are young energies. So I want you to tap in. She's coming through so strong. I want you to tap in to your younger side. This is representation of the younger divine feminine, the younger divine masculine that lives within all of us. You haven't been paying attention to them. They are there. Remember, we are in a reality. Excuse me. Remember, we're in a reality now that's happening exactly as it was then. So your memory of the time past, boy, she's coming through so strong on this side. Your memory of when you were little and you used to dance, she used to play music maybe, or maybe she played the guitar with you, or maybe she sang with you. I'm seeing like one of those old-timey recorders. Remember those old-timey cassette recorders, or maybe even like the real recorders? She says, why aren't you doing that anymore? She just loves you. She's just hugging you. And it's just so beautiful. And she says, I'm still here and I've always been here. And she wants you to remember who you were when you were little and how you were. And she wants you to know that she's never left you. Look at this. Another youthful card. Major life event, major arcana card, the Fool. This is the very first card in the deck. Okay? Not the deck, but it's it is, but it's that very first card in the major arcana. It's very young, it's simple, it's represented by Aries. It's pure, it's purity. Something very pure coming in. You know, feeling free to do what you're born to do. What were you born to do, water signs? What was it? You know what it was. You know in your heart of heart what you really want to do. But you've gone down these paths and you've tried this and you've tried that. And you have a plethora of gifts that you can share with the world or not. Do just for yourself. But there's a divine feminine and divine masculine child that's within you that you have neglected. And it's really important that you tap back into those now in order to balance yourself out as an adult. Okay, she's pulling back. Thank you. Oof. Art. Look at this. Look at this. These cards are trippy. So you have art, major life event, major arcana, the art card, which I believe that is that the devil card? Holy cow, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look this up because I don't know these cards. I just want to make sure I'm right. But look at the art. Like it instantly also makes me feel like, what about the arts? Like, you know, like what were you doing when you were young? There was some kind of artistic vision, some kind of artistic something that you wanted to do. Oh no, this isn't the devil. This is, well, it's called art. What? Maybe it's an extra because it's death and then it's art. It says, cosmic eye sees sparks crackling. Art is afoot on the globe. The creative virus spreads as planned visions erupt with desires as primal as hunger. They demand expression. More sparks, ever more crackling. Art begets art. The rainbow we create when connecting our creations to all that is. Yeah, it's wanting you to connect in with your cosmic tribe, connect in with who you are. And you can also see this in a duality. You know, I feel like I knew that there was going to be a lot of duality kind of stuff coming in tonight. So you can see this, you know, it's like your shadow side. And also, look, you know, you have the eagle in representation of Scorpio. And then you have what looks like to be the lion in representation of Leo. And then here you have this beautiful ascended being of light, this cosmic brother who's coming in and saying, hey, what happened to you in your divine feminine and masculine that made you lose faith? Now, when you had it and you were so free as a child, this is an energy coming through. This is not another person. This is an energy coming through. This whole reading is specifically about energy for you, and how you can manifest what it is that you need in this world now by tapping into who you were then, which is also now. The Queen of Discs. Well, it couldn't get much better than that, could it? You water signs. This is the queen of all creation that manifests in the 3D world. Completely and totally comfortable and in knowing and grounding within her own skin. I mean, look at her. She doesn't care. She doesn't give two shits if she has a little weight. She knows she's divine. She knows she succeeds. She knows she's paid attention to all her aspects of self in all timelines, in all dimensions. She gives forth through who she is. And I'm seeing 3 rings. So I don't know if that has something to do, because I'm seeing 3 rings, 3 rings, 3 rings. Oh, here we go. The ring. Like the ring, rainbow. Rainbow. Ringing. Use the ring rainbow in your meditation to tap yourself. Like, I help you to project yourself back to that time, which really you're not going back, but we just say that because we're so fucking linear in this reality. But we project ourselves that way, or we project ourselves wherever you want to go, you can go. 4 of Swords, there it is. Meditate. 4 of Swords is all about giving your brain a break, stopping the communication outside of you, shutting out the world, laying it down, resting after a lot of battle. Why? Because fate. That's the major life event, major arcana card, the fate. This happened before this, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is all about how our cycles, okay? In this world of duality, we have cycles, and they happen over and over and over and over. You can get caught in a loop sometimes, and honestly, there is a lot of, how do I say it? I can see it. There's a lot of vision of this frequency loop that people are projecting out with their consciousness through their subconscious, that is making us continuously have to feed into, even though we may not want to, into this residual loop of energy that's happening. It's like residual energy that, like, we've already won. The light has already won. It's already won and done. But because all this residual looping energy, and with you I'm seeing the circles and then the rainbow circles, it's like you have to realize that there's a higher ascended path here for you, and to remain faithful to your inner child, to the divine masculine child as well as the divine feminine child. Okay, rest. This is the card of laying it down. Rest, meditate, tap into the energy field. Everything begins with energy for you water signs. Everything. All right, and now everybody's going to get a shadow card tonight from the Book of Shadows. These are the major life event, major arcana cards from the Book of Shadows. So everybody gets one shadow card. What is your shadow card going to be for this period from now until the end of this month? What is your shadow card from now until the end of this month? What's your shadow card for the water signs? There it is. The path. This is your shadow. Do you not see how he, she is taking this path in order to be received into the light? There is the dualistic frequency there, stepping through, telling you, you may have to go into the darkness. Oh no, okay. The darkness may have to come into you for you to find the light. You may have to honor that. You'll have to honor that. And two, it almost appears like there's a circle here as this is coming down. And you're turning your back. This is the path. This is the path, water signs. And I'm going to put this right here. I have a selenite right above here, in between your divine feminine and your divine masculine, in order to take the path, to remember to dance, to remember to be that child, to heal them both, because you have both. Okay? Woo! Wow, water signs. All right, let's get you what your crystal spirit card is going to be. What is your crystal spirit card going to be, please? What is the crystal spirit for the water signs? Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. What is the crystal that they need to focus on? Which crystal are they going to use from now until the end of this month? What crystal will best benefit their path? Right there. Okay. A Dalmatian stone. I have one of those. Number 19. Oh my, that is a 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Go back to a 1. It goes back to the beginning. It brings you back to the start. Your Dalmatian stone is going to remind you of that duality. That not everything is going to be exactly as you think it's going to be. And in the end, you'll be very well-rounded, I feel, in your skin. More grounded within your body. On the bottom, they wanted me to show you the Smithsonite. The Smithsonite stone, very good heart chakra healing, as well as throat to support your path. There's a path that you're taking, water signs, and only you understand this path, because this is very esoteric. This whole reading has very little to do with focusing in on your manifestations into the 3D reality until you do the energy work first. All right, and then we'll also pull in from the, what's it called, the Romance Angels. The Romance Angels, what do they have to say? What do the Romance Angels have to say for the water signs? What's about, what is there any romance going on here at the very end of Libra season, the love season? Right there. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. Well, that couldn't be more accurate. Wedding. This situation involves a marriage. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Well, well. Divine feminine, divine masculine, heal the inner child. Maybe you'll end up dancing at your wedding and your grandma will be there. Thank you to the water signs. I love you dearly. Thank you for honoring me with your presence, and I hope that this resonated and helped you. And if it's not you, maybe you're already married, this very well could have to do with your grandma and who she was married to, or it might have to do with somebody else in your reality that is in a wedding and maybe needing to go through a divorce even to get there. Because I feel like, okay, for 40% of you, that may have to do with it in order to bring this new love in. But I'm really feeling that the new person, for a good half percentage of you, the new person that's stirring the loving romantic feelings is you. Although Scorpio season is sexy time, because Scorpio rules sex. It rules all of our sexual organs, sexual area. They like it kinky. Chemistry just dropped out. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. There you go. Maybe so. Who knows? It could happen. It sure could. Thank you to the water signs. I love you dearly. I'm so glad that your grandma came through today. That was beautiful. She really touched me. Wow. And this guy, look how free he is. I mean, seriously, could you be any more freer, any more spontaneous, any more just try something different in order to bring that divine feminine and divine masculine inner child in for you. Bloom yourself. Bloom yourself. Look, you've got the cups and you got the prince and the princess of cups here. You know, they're emotionally fulfilled. They're free. They're intuitive. They can pop out of their bodies so easily. And that is you, water signs. Be the fool. Take a chance. Explore. Look at that. Pretty cool. Interesting cards. First debut of the Cosmic Tarot, or the Cosmic Tribe Tarot. Very cool. All right. Now we're moving on. What's the next? Earth is up next. Thank you, Renee. Everybody, please say thank you to the moderators for assisting us with these reads tonight. I couldn't do it without you. By the way, if you are someone that regularly, or maybe you can't come every single time, but you're here most of the time and you want to be a moderator, please let me know and I will rent you on YouTube. We probably need to get a couple more. It's not like you have to be here every time because we all have lives and I completely understand that. But to have a few extras so that we can be a little more flexible would be really nice. So let me know if you're up for that and I'll send you some information. I'll even send you a video that explains to you what it's all about and how to do it if you've never done it. It's not that hard. Okay, thank you so much. Maria Moon, you're so welcome, my dear. We're getting it. You're married. That's right, Melinda. Yes. I saw your post. You're getting married the 2nd. I'm so happy for you guys. That's awesome. You and Joshua, awesome. And it looks like, oh yes, ancient goddess wisdom in the house. Yes, thank you for being here, sister. Hello, grand evening to you. All right, and there's Deva. Hi, Deva. Thank you to the moderator. She says, yes. Okay, Renee's got the time, and we are moving right along into earth signs. Now, remember, all these readings are based upon your sun, moon, and rising, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you know your sun, moon, and rising. It's very important. And for the earth signs, we are going to use... what is it? I forget which one it is. Oh, the Spellcaster's Tarot, of course. Earth signs, Spellcaster's Tarot. For the earth signs, I want to give these a little shuffle. And I want to give just the oracles a little shuffle. We have 4 different decks. So each deck is different for each sign element. A popper for the collective. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Message for the entire collective right there before we start into the earth signs. I believe you really need to reveal your innermost self to yourself, because this is North Node in Aries. This is about taking power of the self and realizing the power within the self, and how much you really can do, you know. Earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Beautiful earth signs. Immediately I'm getting a lot of like touchy feelings on the back of my head. So I'm going to remind you to please remember to massage your head. You know, don't just hurry and rush and wash your hair. Like really get in there and massage it and move around the scalp and ignite all of the follicles on your head. This will help you to connect into your highest selves, giving you easy access to the downloads that are coming in to give you the guidance that you need as you move forward on your path. Inoke koke mo nakashinu te noro kabahai. Inokakeno makashinu mahe. Ona keno ku ki moti shiko kuka kapaka hira rukai. Hayachikoka ruka ruchika una kikaro. Ino kikapoka kahana kina hi shumai. Ino kakapaka kina hai kuka chikama kuna chikama unek chikama unek chikama unek chikama unun chikama unek chikama. Well, the Ace of Swords fell out, and we're taking these? No. Okay. Ace of Swords, the seed of truth is here for you, earth signs. The seed of truth. You know, that's what you want. That's all you've been, I'm kind of like getting this aggravated. Like all I want is to feel and see the truth of things. Whatever that may be, that's how you're feeling. And it's kind of like you're like, I just want to see and feel this truth. Whether it's for you or for somebody else or something in the world, you are seeking truth. Followed by the 9 of Cups. Yeah. And you feel very deserving of it. Okay, so the 9 of Cups is a Cups water sign. This is your challenge position. But the problem is with the 9 of Cups is it can be overindulgence. But it's also, I'm feeling more so with this 9 of Cups because of you seeking this truth, you're feeling very, like, I deserve this fucking truth. You know, like, I've worked really hard to get here. I've done this. I've done that. You're totally in the martyrdom. Now, be careful about that. Remember, the martyr, the victim, and the victimizer, they're all the same damn energy. And then you have the 10 of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment. You're seeking truth, and you feel justified in seeking your truth, emotionally fulfilled. You have everything that you need emotionally, intuitively. Then the 10 of Cups comes right behind it. Look at that. That is like success. That is wish fulfilled. That is finding out your truth. But it's an emotional, intuitive truth. It's having that emotional fulfillment. It's knowing that your heart is okay, you know, and that you have family and friends and loved ones around you that you can tribe with, you know, the people that you can turn to and lean on. Coming in from outside of you, we have Temperance. We've had Temperance a couple of times this evening. I feel like that is going to be a lot of the collective's energy. You know, it takes a lot of balance to be able to balance yourself in multiple worlds. And I feel like for the earth signs, you almost feel like sometimes you have like multiple personalities going on that you're dealing with, or you're feeling that within yourself. In seeking that truth, you have to walk a fine line to get there, and you have to be able to take all of the elements that you are presented with and multiply those. And I'm seeing them like swirling so that you can like whip up what you need in your truth, and you can feel that fulfillment. The Page of Wands is here to say you still have some things to learn. The Page of Wands is a student, okay? There are things that you need to learn. Don't feel so like I know everything. I know I'm good and I'm seeking, don't feel that way just because you're wanting your truth and you're wanting to see your truth. Remember, there are things to be learned here. And listen. Sometimes we need to listen to the guidance. Not just our higher guidance, but maybe the guidance of someone who would be your superior. Like, so maybe it's your boss, or it's, your mother, or, somebody like that, is coming through. The Knight of Wands. Look, he is coming in on an eagle. The Knight of Wands is a passionate, active, creative knight. He brings in these messages, but he leaves just as quickly. For some reason, I'm thinking like this Knight of Wands came through for y'all last read, or maybe it was the read before. But this Knight of Wands, you're still like, it's almost like, okay, I'm listening for the fucking truth here. Where's the truth? I'm trying to learn the truth. The ultimate goal here is to get to this ultimate fulfillment, this wish fulfillment. And somebody may just fly in and give you that truth. But I feel like somebody outside of you is asking you to walk in different worlds with different personalities. And you're still just kind of up here challenged with, I've got everything I need. I feel good in my own skin. I got everything I could offer you. I'm pretty well off. I'm good. But, like, for real, you need to show me the money. Show me the money. Okay, so now that movie, whatever, Jerry Maguire. I hadn't even thought about that in years. Don't even watch movies. The Knight of Cups. You got a love offer. Okay, this is an offer of love. You have an offer of passion and creativity, and you have an offer of love here. So people are offering you things, but are you listening, and are you willing to learn? Because it's important that you learn. See, he's learning. This is not a bad read at all, but I feel a little cockiness coming for you, or maybe it's the other person. The Two of Wands. Why was this offered? Because you made a choice. You might have two choices to make here. You made a choice. You left one behind and you said, okay, let's go. Come here, little birdie. We're heading on out and we're going to go this direction. Sometimes, though, I must give you a warning. Sometimes this Knight of Cups can be very playboyish, as well as the Knight of Wands. And don't get caught up on gender. It could be a male or a female. I can hear you in the YouTube replay. Thanks for being here. Woo! I'm lit. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I bet that was really high. Right there. Everybody's going to get a shadow card. And your shadow card, ooh, it came out upside down. Ooh, you got the Goddess. Look at that. Your shadow card is the Goddess. There you go. These are new cards from the Book of Shadows. This is As Above, So Below. And there's 2 decks. And we're using just the major arcanas as an oracle. This is birthing everything that you need through all the dark trauma shadows that you've needed. This is a card that's good for the next 2 weeks, okay? It is a 3, so that is birthing something. That is creation, all right? You are creating. I feel like, though, with this card, with the rabbit being in the year of the water rabbit, I feel like this is truly... Oh, and what is that up there? Look at there. There's a nice being of light, it looks like, or a being of shadow. You've got to be in control of this situation. I feel like that there's multiple, yes, okay. I feel like there's multiple personalities that you're dealing with. You're walking in multiple worlds. You're dealing with a lot of duality, but you're feeling very pompous about it, and you demanding truth over and over is not going to get you anywhere. You have to alchemize the situation. You be able to balance things and swirl it up. Start with the energy. Look through the shadow. A rabbit is nimble. He can hop, pop, pop. I don't know what the hell, but that's what they're showing me. Hopping around the rabbit, and maybe you'll see a rabbit, and that'll be your sign moving forward. But I would definitely meditate and look further, look deeper. We're going into Scorpio season on this card for you. I would definitely do that. All right, take a screenshot. All right, let's see what crystal is going to be good for you for the next 2 weeks. These cards are good for 2 weeks. This is the crystal that you'll want to get, want to carry, put it in your pocket, put it in your bra. Holy cow. Okay, we're taking that one. Selenite. Oh, I love selenite. Selenite is so fabulous. I love selenite because you can take selenite and you can grind it up and make a fairy dust out of it. And we had the fairies here earlier. The fairy dust, and then you can also like put it in your bath. Just get you a small little piece, put it in your bath each time you bathe, and it ignites all of those crystals into your water to light up your crystalline light body, and it allows you to become more holy. I look at selenite as holy. I mean, it is just holy. I use it in all of my sprays. I use it in all my candle anointings. Everything that I do, I put selenite. So, very good card. Look it up, and here you can take a screenshot of it like that. There you go. Really good, good, good. And 4 plus 9 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 is about stability and discipline. It's also about, well, the Holy Trinity. The base of the Holy Trinity is the cube. Okay? So, number 4 reminds me of the cube. It's the next step in your evolutionary journey as a soul. It's your soul code journey. All right, let's also pull for you just making sure here. Where did it go? I saw it, Renee. There it is. Thank you for writing all that out. That's it. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I feel there's multiples. I feel there's multiples going on. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Free yourself. Freedom, freedom. I'm hearing that song by George Michael. Look it up. I wish I could. Oh man, I wish I knew the lyrics. I used to know it. I can't think of it. Freedom. Look that. I want you to look that song up. I want you to look up the lyric song. And there's going to be a message there for you. Free yourself. Passion and new love. Thank you to the earth signs. I hope that this helps you. This is it's a good read. Other than I feel like there's multiple people that you're dealing with, and I feel like you're just like, damn it, I just want the truth. But remember, in order to get there to this ultimate love, wish fulfillment, you have to be able to listen. You got to listen. Uh-oh. I don't want to get the shadow cards mixed up. There we go. And I am saving back your crystal cards in case you didn't get to screenshot it. And I will post all of the elements crystal cards tomorrow. I'll take pictures and post them so that we can remember which ones. They'll be in the community page on YouTube. If you'd like to go over there and hit that community page up, it would probably help my algorithm. Uh-oh. Did I mix them? Uh-oh. No. Can't do that. Hold on. Wrong one. Okay, there we go. Make sure we got our shadow cards for the next person. The next group, which is air, right? We're on air signs. I love selenite too. Absolutely. Love that song. Awesome. Thank you for that confirmation. I'm glad you got them too. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hi there. If I've missed you, I apologize. You're very welcome, Annette. If I've missed you in the chat, I'm sorry. I get going. Hi there, Talicia, Jane, Rainbow Children. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And yes, the Dalmatian stone. Very good. Thank you for that. Hi, Maria Moon. Awesome. Okay, just trying to catch up if I missed you guys. Woo, man. Excuse me. I need a little drink. And it's time for me to have some water, and then we're going to do the air sign read, which will be Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay, so there's a lot of controversy around when the age of Aquarius actually starts. Excuse me. But some people believe it starts when Pluto fully enters Aquarius and never returns. Some people believe that it starts in 150 years from now. Because they're actually calculating the ages. Me, myself, I think we're in the corridor. Some people believe we're already there. I think we're in the corridor. I really do. Excuse me, goodness. Throat chakra needs a little clearing there. Whew, okay. And for the air signs, we are going to play with the As Above cards from this new deck. See, this Book of Shadows Tarot has above, so below, with two tarot decks. One is the Shadow, like the bonus card we've been getting, and one is the As Above. So now you're going to get to see the As Above deck. Really interesting deck. I feel like the air sign should do some tapping. So right along through here, if you feel that collarbone right there and you just tap right below it in the morning, just tap. This is going to release so much pressure. This is going to actually allow you to clear this throat chakra, to be able to breathe. Often I will tone and I hit a high note. And then by doing it like that, see, look at there. My voice is back. See, it's just cleared my throat chakra. It just allows it to move the energy, because the energy gets stagnant. You got to move. You got to move. You got to move that body. All right, air signs, you got to move. Move your body. You know, shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. There's another song by Trevor Hall, brand new off his brand new album. Shake it out. Get up and put that Shake It Out song on and shake it out. Air signs. There we go. Shaking it out. All right. What we got? Air signs present. Yes, very good. And there's the time. Thank you, Renee. Here we go. That thing just fell. We've got the 8 of Wands to kick off the air sign read. Really good. So this is going to manifest something very quickly into your life, something passionate. You could be taking a little trip here soon. This is also about travel. But it is a positive card to kick off the air signs. And then followed by the 5 of Cups. Son of a shit. Okay, so the 5 of Cups is all about you not seeing what's still left over from the loss. Okay? As you can see, these are such interesting cards. This is the first time I've seen these cards. I can see them better on the screen over here. As you can see, this woman is just totally sad and depressed and lonely. And, you know, each one of these cards, by the way, always has a little spirit guide. So you always look for the little spirit guide. Where's the spirit guide here? Maybe it's represented here, but there's always this like little spirit thing in these cards. Interesting. I feel like, oh, it's the swirlies. That's what these cards are about. Excuse me, I've been playing with a lot of different new cards, just getting used to all these new cards. So these swirly things, that's what it is. It's your energy field outside, because it's as above, right? As above cards. So I feel like that there's an energy there of sadness, of grief, of loss, but your challenge is to see beyond that, that you are manifesting new things that are coming to you. To see, but you know, see past. There is 2 cups always left over that are still full. And those 2 cups represent the soulmate. Coming in, we have the 4 of Wands. This is celebration. Look at that. They're hanging their pumpkins. They're having a celebration. They're having their fall festival. You know, they're really getting into loving into their community. They're coming together with friends. They're coming together with tribe. They're getting themselves out of this situation by seeing past the hurt, the sadness, and just being kind of down in the dumps. We all kind of get this way this time of year. We all kind of fall into this, I'm going within, you know, I'm really kind of just nurturing myself through a lot of shifts. You know, we have such a huge, it's like downloads after downloads after downloads coming in. But then this is to remind you, though, that there's stuff going on outside of you that can help you shift even further. Maybe taking that little trip. Maybe it's a good idea. Uh-oh. Okay. One fell. Sorry. Hold on. I'm not going to let that one go because it flew. The Queen of Swords. Well, there you are, air signs. There you are right there. Okay. Loud and proud. Poised. You know, leaning, this is somebody outside of you that, you know, really is intelligent and lovely and friendly and balanced and is willing to be there to help you through these shifts, you know. And it could be more than one person. It might be a group or something, because you can see here's the group. I feel a real positive energy for the air signs, but I feel like you need to shake it out. Like, you need to fucking shake it out, literally. Like, you need to shake it out. You need to move your body more. You need to get up off the couch. Get out from in your chair. Or maybe you just kind of been in your own little space. It's time. It's time. The devil. That's right. Bondage with fucking ice cream. Have you been eating a lot of ice cream lately? Are you beginning a little sweet tooth there? That stuff. I mean, ice cream, books, that's okay to do here and there. But you can't stay stuck there. You'll be in bondage. And then you'll have toxic sludge coming out your ass. Lord, why are we going this direction with this reed spirit? I don't know. This is how it's going. Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles. So you got 2 5s here. So I know you guys are struggling. I know you guys maybe even feel left out. But you're pulling in this lack frequency. This is lack. This also has a lot to do with the South Node being in Libra. Because that South Node is trining over to Gemini. And it trines over to all your placements in Aquarius. Okay, so it's an air trine. And when you have that South Node, it is all about release, detox. It's like the rain of all rains, washing away all that does not serve. And you're probably cleansing things out. You're probably getting rid of things. You're probably, like moving things around in your house, or maybe you've changed up your bedding, or maybe you're changing up things, like you really just want to feel whole again is kind of what I'm feeling here. But what I'm seeing too is that these are your choices. You have choices to make different choices. You have the ability to do different. Reach out. Go to a fall festival. Go with a friend. Go with a sister. Go with a brother. Go have some ice cream if that's what's going to be your toxic. You want to get something sweet for a little while to get you off of this? Okay. You've got to pass once. But don't follow it up with this lack, because that's a lack mentality, feeling stuck, feeling unable to move, feeling like that you're not included in all of this stuff is not going to get you anywhere. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Hangman. So you have major life event, major arcana, major life event, major arcana. It does take balance, doesn't it? Air signs. It takes balance. And it takes poise, to do what you do. Because you do a lot. I can feel that. The 9 of Pentacles. You know why you have this time to be poised and graceful and get yourself back into balance? Is because that 9 of Pentacles, she is the master of her craft. She masters it all. Look at her. She is the mom sitting there with all her little elf looking whatever. Looks like she's a cook. She's cooking something over here, but she masters it. Everything she does, she masters, but she does it alone. This is on an alone card. Okay? It's time to really feel like maybe you've been stuck. Maybe you've had to be stuck for a while. But it's time to move out of this. You have this wonderful 8 to begin with. And then these festival balance gatherings. Could be a marriage. Could be a wedding. This is a gathering here. Okay? And there could be some people outside of you that can help you through this. To help you get up out of it. But this is a lack. I don't like that it ends with that lack card. You could turn around and go the other direction. Air signs. You could turn around and go the other direction. Go the other way with it. Reach out to some friends. Reach out to sister, brother. Let them help you. I feel it strongly. And your shadow card is the Wheel of the Year. You got the Wheel of the Year as your shadow card. What a wonderful shadow card. This is faded. And remember, everything comes in cycles. All that is always going to be all that is. And everything comes in cycles. We move into the fall season. And then the winter. And then the spring comes and everything's reborn. And we're excited for it. Just like that. But we also, as humans, have these cycles, and we need to remember that there are other cycles happening with other aspects of self in other parallel timelines, in other parallel dimensions. There are other aspects of us who are also experiencing cycles. And sometimes it can become overwhelming, and I'm seeing the circle for you again. I'm seeing the circles, the little circles. So maybe that has something to do with this, because here's the cycle right there. Look at that. That is your shadow card for the next 2 weeks. I want you to really look this card up. The Wheel of the Year. And however you look it up is your process. It doesn't have to be this exact deck. But I want you to look up the Wheel of the Year or the Wheel in Tarot. I think you'll have a message there for sure. Also, we'll find out what crystal card is for you, air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Your crystal card, that one's screaming. Okay. Smithsonite. Wow. Out of all those cards, I think there's 52 of those. Smithsonite. You got Smithsonite. Smithsonite. Find you some Smithsonite. And I'm really seeing you maybe even finding a necklace like this. You could actually, what you could do is you could put your, let's see if I can find, I've got lots of crystals here. So here I have a fluorite, okay? So you can put it in your thumb. See how I have it like that? You put one like this, and let's see, I'll put, I don't want too big a one because you want it to, I got another little blue Andara here. Look at that, baby. Ooh, wow. So pretty. So pretty. You can put them in your thumbs like this, okay? So you got them, they're activating through your hands. Sometimes I work on people like this. Do your tapping with your 2 stones that fit nicely. You want to make sure it fits nicely. If if it feels awkward, turn it around. Make sure it fits nicely in there. Do your tapping. You can also bring it down and do your solar plexus. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. Kind of tap around, tap, 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 tap-a-roo. Happy Gilmore. You need to laugh more. Happy Gilmore. Watch that movie. Make yourself laugh. It's time to laugh. You need to bring more joy into your life. And let's finally hear from the romance angels. From the romance angels for the air signs. The romance angels. What are the romance angels? Children. There it is. Your love life is being affected by children. And it could also be the inner child within you. But yeah, I had a strong feeling that there's a lot going on in your life, and it probably had to do with some kids. But I need you to remember about the inner child within yourself. The divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's been coming up. There's a lot of duality going on right now with that. Really, some people just oh, I forgot about that. And I'm well, you need to remember, because that's where you're going to manifest in this reality. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And that could be with your friendships, with your tribes. It could be, with your brother or your sister. It could be with anybody. Just getting to know. Sitting down and really taking the time to explain some things or talk to someone about some things that you've been going through. And listen. Remember to listen. Give the relationship a chance. Work on your partnerships. There it is. Air signs. You rock. You got this. It's a beautiful read. It's challenging a bit, but I don't feel like an energy I want to cry my eyes out. And you got some really positive cards. If you'll remind yourself that everything comes in cycles, take that time to see things from a different perspective. Okay, this is major life event, major arcana here, saying, really, do you want to always be bonded, chained? I don't want to be chained down to nothing. I want my freedom. I came into this world to be free. I kind of feel like that from you. Break those chains. Break the chains. Feel like there's an 80s song. Break the chains of love or something like that. Break the chains. Yes. Okay, wow, what a night we have had together. Holy Toledo. And we're going to kill that off. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for coming tonight. That was so much fun. So much fun. Everybody, please don't forget to say where you're at. If you're coming in from somewhere out of town, it's always nice for me to look back. I do go back and I read every single comment, all the way from all of the YouTube, all the Facebook, and everywhere. I always read. Thank you to the moderators who helped all of this happen. I'm so proud of you and happy and love you and appreciate you so much for being here. That's right. The wheel in tarot always turning. Sometimes you're at the top, other times you're at the bottom. And it's always happening in cycles. Sometimes we want to get off that wheel of samsara, though. I think that's the ultimate quest of mine, is to get off the wheel of samsara. It can be done. We just hold faith. This is going to be a hectic week. Just know that. Be flexible, be mutable, don't project. Remember, you are so very powerful. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Freedom is all. You know what? I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna say this. The freedom codes that I have been casting out, like, that has been my number one for me individually, is I'm casting out freedom. Like literally, and then like embodying, I am free. I am free. Ain't nobody gonna lock me down. Nobody's gonna bond me down. You know, I'm gonna be free. I'm not gonna allow, because a lot of times you get this stuff messed up in your head, and it's like it's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in your head. I can get heady because I have a lot of Libra. So just remember, you are free. You are sovereign. You are a soul, damn it, in a flesh suit. You're powerful. Don't forget that, okay? Thank you so much. Thanks to the moderators. I love you so much. Thank you, Princess. Thank you, Renee. Everybody have a good night. Yes, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Don't forget to find that song by Trevor Hall, Shake It Out, and literally play it in the morning when you wake up. Shake it out. Shake it out. Hey, if anybody comes at you talking some shit, you just tell them Chanda Sparkles said, shake it out, bitch. Anyway, y'all have a great week. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. You are the God spark. I love you.